Hi everyone, Renee here. I'd like to talk with you a little bit today about exotic pets. Um, Exotic pets are defined as most animals or animals that are non-domesticated. Um, Usually that does not include birds, fish. They are still considered wild. An exotic pet is also one that's fairly unusual. So you will find that some cats are exotic just because they are unusual as cats. Um, some animals that have been more domesticated than others are no longer considered exotic pets. So in other words, a ferret or a pygmy hedgehog or anything like, for example, a chinchilla, all of those are no longer considered exotic pets because they have been domesticated to an extent more than their wild counterparts. So I'd like to share with you today the top 7 exotic pets in terms of the ease of their care. Number 1 is the regular hedgehog, not the African pygmy hedgehog. Still, this animal is easier to care for than almost any other exotic pet. They're considered insectivores, which means that they not only eat insects, but they also eat fruit and vegetables. Almost anything in that category that you have around the house that you eat yourself. Um, Most of the care involves cleaning up the bottom of the cage or the terrarium where you have them housed. You need to be diligent about that, but that's usually the extent of the care in that department. Hedgehogs can be bathed. They do not need to have another animal with them, another hedgehog. They are basically solitary animals, not social animals, and so you only need to have one hedgehog because they don't need anyone else to keep them company. In terms of sleeping quarters, you can buy a nest, basically a little ball with an opening for the door that they can sleep in, and that's the extent of the actual care that they need. The next category is the non-domesticated rodent. So chipmunks, squirrels, flying squirrels, an animal called a sugar glider, are all considered exotic pets. They are not on the same level of care, obviously, as mice or pet white rats, but they do need more care, and they are more wild than that. The next category is the non-domesticated dog or canine. A fox, an undomesticated fox, or what's called a fennec fox, is part of this category. If you have a fox as an exotic pet, just be aware that their behavior, even as an exotic pet, is more wild than it is domesticated. So if you get a pet fox and you're thinking it's going to be more like a dog or a cat, expect a different personality in that instance. They are easy to care for. They are pretty omnivorous, which means they'll eat fruits, vegetables. They are meat eaters, but they'll also eat canned dog food, canned cat food, and as well as dry dog and cat food. So they're pretty easy to take care of in terms of diet. The next one might surprise you, but I've known people with this exotic animal, pet skunks. Number 1 rule is obviously get them descented. But pet skunks are very, very fun. They're very playful. They are I personally think they're extremely cute, but especially baby skunks. Someday I'll have to tell you the story about my encounter with baby skunks. But anyway, easy pet to take care of, primarily because they eat almost the same thing that we eat. In other words, they'll eat dog food, they'll eat cat food. Number 6 is not so much a category that I'm really fond of, but arthropods, hissing roaches, tarantulas, scorpions, land crabs. They are considered exotic pets. Not really one of my favorites, but if you're interested in an insect exotic pets, young kids seem to be fascinated with them. So if arthropods are your thing, go get a tarantula. More power to you. I will not be getting one of those. And last but not least are the hybrid cats. Top on this list is the Savannah cat and the Bengal cat. These cats are considered exotic for both reasons. They are both fairly unusual, and they are closer to their wild counterparts than they are their domesticated counterparts. Still easy to care for, still in the top 7 list of pets, exotic pets, and I think if you love cats, you'll love them. So thanks for listening today. Let me know if you want more information about exotic pets, and I'll see you later.